Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? No, I haven't made a video in a really long time, but kind of just wanted to get on here, talk about a little bit about the replicant, and then even just kind of, I guess, a little bit of why I kind of left the community. So I guess I'll kind of start with that before I dive into this. You know, I've been flipping now for, I believe it's like 12 years, but basically since I stopped, I haven't really flipped. I mean, I picked up a knife every, once in a while, but it wasn't like, I wasn't really passionate about it. I didn't really find enjoyment from it until basically I got this, and now I'm, like pretty stoked on it again. But anyway, I guess too, just another thing is, I was really young, when I dove into this all. I think I started this channel, I was like 12 or 13 years old. So, and, I was doing the competitions on the forums that, first started at, what was it? FATOC? No, that was, or Flipping Arena. There we go. Flipping Arena. First started there, did a bunch of challenges there. Then we started our own forum, yeah, the Balisong forum for kids. And that was honestly a really good time. A lot of cool people. And I enjoyed kind of being, I guess, the forefront of that at the time. So it's just, I don't know, I look back at that and just, really fond memories. And then Balisong Techniques as well. And Balisong Techniques was awesome. I liked that a lot more than Flipping Arena. And, awesome guys over there as well, too. But I guess, too, there was a lot of negative in the flipping community, especially because I was so young. And not to say that I was the best or anything by any means, but I definitely was good enough to piss some people off. And you know who you are. But anyway, so it kind of spiraled into just me just like, this just isn't worth it. I just don't really want anything to do with this. And so that's why, I ultimately left, and then, just had more important things than, butterfly knives. So, but yeah, anyway, there was still just lots and lots of great people out there. And honestly, it's cool to reconnect with a lot of you guys through Instagram now. But anyway, jumping into it, I really, really enjoy this knife. This is, like I was kind of saying, or I think I mentioned, I don't know, I've retaken this video like 2 times or 3 times. But this knife is kind of, I guess, my preferred construction style, just being that it's sandwiched with titanium liners and then G10 instead of like a full titanium knife or, a stainless knife. I really liked the Benchmade 51. That was kind of one of my favorite knives that, like I said, made me kind of go from here to there. So just being that this is similar construction, kind of a similar balance, I feel like I can flip this knife very fast, but at the same time, it's very predictable, where I feel like my 51, I could flip really fast, and it was predictable, at least to me, because I knew it so well. But at the end of the day, the handles were just too short and it was just too light. So ultimately it would, kind of be out of control a little bit. Where this knife is just phenomenal. It's just so fast, and it's so well balanced. Really my only complaint is, and I know I just said it's so well balanced, but I don't think it's as well balanced as the Alpha Beast. I think that this material right here is just a little bit too much to where it feels kind of tip heavy, especially if I do, and obviously I've gotten used to it to where I can do aerials, but just at first especially, it was kind of unpredictable, and I actually ended up stabbing myself really bad with this. Stabbed myself like right here, and the knife probably went in like literally, I'm not even shitting you, like that deep. So not fun, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I feel like that the Alpha Beast is honestly, it's just very, very balanced. It's very predictable. And I mean, I know I've had this knife for a long time, so it kind of doesn't really count, but I mean, still, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to adapting to new stuff. Sorry too, I got oil kind of all over my hands, but I will say, so like I was saying, this is you know, one of the first, or this was the first run of production Alpha Beast that this was from. And so quality wise, I don't think it's like nearly on par as the Replicant. If we look at just, and I reversed mine here, but if we look at the pivots, these are T10s, and I believe these are like T2s, maybe T3s. So I don't really remember, but anyway, because of that, and I think it's the choice of washers as well, this knife has always had a really bad problem with play. I mean, like that's especially for a $400 knife. It's a lot of play. But I will say the Replicant, I mean, this thing is tight, just super, super tight. And, you know, and this wasn't really a thing when I was into flipping, but I guess it is now. You know, tap, this knife has no tap, where if I take this, I mean, like, it's bad. When we look at the blade on this side, you can see it's been, trying to get my camera to focus. You can see it's been, you know, rubbing inside these handles, I mean, you know, for years. So, but yeah, I mean, just, you know, props to BRS for really elevating the quality. I didn't really have, like, you know, especially at the time, like, really complaints about this knife. And, you know, I haven't flipped a newer model Alpha Beast either. This is like the only Alpha Beast I've flipped. So as far as that goes, you know, and I'm sure that the tolerances are much better than new ones. In fact, I know they are. But yeah, you know, it's just, you know, trial and error. It is what it is. So still love that knife. But yeah, anyway, I feel like with this knife, it's just, I'm very, very quick. Like especially my rollovers and stuff, it's like my 51. I mean, I'm looking at the camera, so I can't really go super fast, but to where, you know, this knife being like I think this knife is like 5.4 ounces, where I think this is like 4.7. And honestly, that's like the perfect weight for a balisong. Trying to think, I think my 42 is like 4.3, 4.2, something like that. And I really liked the weight of the 42. It just wasn't, you know, obviously balanced like this knife is. You didn't have the weight in the rear of the handles, being that it was channel and then just not enough material back here. So the 42, like, the handles were a little bit slow, where I feel like with this one, the blade is just a little bit slow. But I mean, I'd much rather have that than how a 42 felt. Because honestly, I love my 42, but I don't think it's like, especially with compared to what we have nowadays, like a top tier flipper, where, you know, back 10, 15 years ago, I mean, it was kind of the best of the best, but, you know, stuff has evolved and gotten much better. So, yeah, just props to Lucy. Used to know him from the flipping arena and balisong technique days. Had actually a lot of conversations with him years ago. So cool dude. And props to Knife Zoid as well. I believe he's still involved in the company. I forget his actual name. I forget both their actual names, but anyway, cool dudes. And just super stoked to see how the product has evolved over the years and turned into this, because this is just a great balisong. So, and I've been using this every single day too, and just loving it. So anyway, that's it. Thanks guys. Hope you have a good one.